Hey guys, making money with Gary. Today is April 25th, 2025, and I'm out here picking lonely pine needles. Why am I out here in the woods picking lonely pine needles here in South Carolina? I'm out here picking lonely pine needles because I sell these online. And what I sell them for, I average $41 gross for 18 ounces. That's 1 pound, 2 ounces. And what goes in my pocket after they're sold? $27.50 or more, right around there. And let me show you what I have in my hand here, guys. What I have in my hand is roughly around 6 ounces. And that 6 ounces is 6 ounces. And it's worth, well, an 8-ounce roll is worth 13. So this roll here would be worth about around $10 in my pocket. And the gross amount would be between 13 and 14. And I'm going to put that in a bag. And guys, let me show you what I got in my bags. I have right here, I have 3.5 pounds and 2.5 pounds, 2 bags. I have 6 pounds. And that 6 pounds, if I sell that, it would come out to 41 times 5 because I always give a little extra. When I sell 18 ounces for $41. So 41 times 5 would be $205. So it's $205 right here in Longleaf pine needles. Plus I probably have a few ounces left over, but we'll call it $205. And that's the gross amount. And the net amount, what I would make in my pocket is 27 and change times 5. So 20 times 5 is 100. 7 times 5 is 35. And I'll add an extra $3 for the change. So it's $138 right here, what I picked. And you know how long I've been picking this $138? For about 3 hours. Roughly about 3 hours. So I made around $45 an hour for 3 hours picking. Now guys, I have to bundle these. I have to weigh out 8 ounces, wash it in the sink, drip dry it, and then tie it into a bundle and then put it outside to dry in a rack. Tie them into 8-ounce bundles and 1-ounce bundles. And right here, like I said, I got $138 worth. And what I do is I normally put them in water. I put a shot glass of vinegar. It kills any bacteria or anything on them. And I put a shot glass of a squirt of soap. And what that does, it makes them where they don't have any bacteria or anything on them. Or if there is anything on them, it gets killed with the soap and the vinegar. And then when I dry them out, and they all dry out in bundles, they're ready to be shipped. Then I put them in the bag in the back of the house, in a bag with where they get air, open bag, nothing closed. They need air. They need air. These things they need air. So then once I give them air and stuff and I have them drying, they sell. Gradually I'll sell some here, I'll sell some there. And as I sell them, I mail them out. And I pick every other day. Now recently, I've been picking every day because I've been selling so many. Look at this pine needle. Look at that. That's like a 13-inch one. It's average. It's around 13 inches. It's 3 needles in one, as you can see. 3 in 1. People weed with these. They make baskets. They make home decor. They sell the stuff they make. They make good money with the stuff they sell. Believe it or not, they make a lot more than what I make selling these as a supply. But the thing is, with me, I just come out and pick them. I pick them off the ground. I get them brown. I try not to get them where they're not brown because they want brown. And they want to be able to weed with them. And I sell them. And people buy them. and people make things with them. And I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this for 5 years. And I normally sell 100 pounds a month. And I normally make around 2,700 a month in my pocket. And the gross amount I make with these is around 4,100. Right around there. I sell all different size orders. Some I sell for less, some I sell for more. But the smaller ones I sell for more than 18-ounce orders. So my average is $27 for an 18-ounce order. So that's my average overall. That's what I make average. And like I said, I've been doing this 5 years. I have a large clientele. The reason I have a large clientele is I've been selling them so long that I built up a clientele. I have more customers than most. And I enjoy doing it. I try to come out in the morning. It gets too hot. Try to stay in the shade when you pick. You could have a freaking heat stroke. So really, if you're young or if you're old, bring water. Keep the car nearby. If you pick in your front yard like me, great. If you got to go out once in a while and pick in the woods like me, great. So look, I strive to pick at least 5 pounds when I come out, leave the house. When I'm at the house, it don't matter what I pick. I could always run out and pick some more. When I drive away from the house, I try to get a good amount. I'm always prepared. I'm always ready. And not only do I sell these guys, I also sell books. I sell vintage books. I buy books. I go out to thrift stores. I go out to Salvation Army. I go out to so many different places, guys, and I buy books. And it's a little bit more intense with the books. You have to do research. You have to know what you're buying. You just can't buy any book and sell any book. Because in the beginning, that's what I did. I would buy books and buy books. And then I realized every book don't sell. And after having books on the shelf for a year or more, I took them down. And what did I do? I redonated them. You know why? I only paid 50 cents or $1. But I learned a great lesson. And the lesson I learned is the books that I buy that are rare and stuff, they'll sell in a month, 2 months. The books that I sell are very popular, not so rare. They're selling 6 months, within a 6-month period. And I could deal with that. So that's what I look for. I look for first editions, first printings. I do look for signed books. I look for books that people want to read that they can't get, that are no longer made. And I look for books that are very collectible and somebody would want to display them on a display shelf. And that's what you have to look for. You can't just get any book. And I also look on the internet and see how many are for sale. And if I go to Amazon or something and I see this one book that's really popular and it's selling 100 books a day, but there's 50,000 of them for sale, then it's really questionable, you know? So most of the time I try to stay away from stuff like that. I try to get stuff that I'm gonna move, that it's rare, maybe even if it don't have a big market. If a book is a rare book, and there's not a lot of people that read that book, it's a book about politics, it's a book about music, but it's a book that not a lot of people want to read. But it's a very collectible and sought after book. Well, that book might sit for 6 months, but that book might sell for a couple $100. So that's the book I want. Well, if I go in a thrift store and I find someone's mother or grandmother or grandfather passed away, and the grandkids donated their books, and I happen to come across a book that was signed by a president for 50 years ago, and that book's worth $400 or $500 because of the signature. Well, I just did very well, and I'm going to make good money on that book. And once in a while, stuff like that happens. So look, guys, the books range, I vary. The books I sell, they sell between anywhere from a $10 profit with shipping to a $20 profit with shipping, up to $200 and $300, $400, $500 books. The most expensive book I ever sold was a book for $1,000. And that was a religious book from the 1940s. It was very rare, and there was like 10 of them around. And the book was very rare. And if that book was a signed book, it would have been worth $40,000. It was crazy rare. And I put it up on eBay and I sold it. I had to put it on eBay because it was such a rare book. And I had to put it up on an auction. But normally I put most of my books generally up on Etsy. E as in Eddie, T as in Tom, S as in Sam, Y as in Yarn. And I list them on other websites like A-Books and different book sites. But Etsy is my main site. And Etsy, I've sold plenty of $200 books, $150 books, $50 books, $100 books, book sets, encyclopedia sets, books on going to college, textbooks, all different kinds of books. So I do well with the books. The thing is with the books, you really got to be careful because books take space up. So right now I have around about 2,000 books listed, somewhere around there, and 1,000 books not listed. And they are all taking space up, but I'm selling 100 a month, so it's good. But I got that 1,000 book stockpile that I got to keep listing on the website. And because they're books, I have to write in details about each book. Whereas the Longleaf pine needles I sell, it's the same thing over and over. So I have 1 pound orders, 2 pound orders, 3 pound orders, 3.5 pound orders. So I just put I have 5 3 pound orders, 4 1 pound orders, 10 ounce orders, whatever. When my pile runs low, my stockpile, it goes all the way down to 1 each or 2 or 3 each. I put it back up, I have 10 again. And I keep selling the same thing over and over again. So that's easy to do. Now the books, it's a little more complicated because you got to write about them. But I've been doing this for a while, guys, and I do very well with it. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please watch my videos. And if you like this video, please subscribe. And look into my different videos on book collecting. Even now I'm starting to do gemstone collecting. That's a whole nother thing. But look at all of my videos and watch and learn and get inspired. And I really appreciate you watching this video. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Over and out.